Okay, everybody, it is day 17 of the award season review, season 2, and we are past our halfway point for documentary week. And today we are looking at HBO's Going to Mars, the Nikki Giovanni Project, which will give us an insight into the world renowned poet laureate herself, Miss Giovanni. Written and directed by Joe Brewster and Michele Stephenson, Going to Mars, like yesterday's The Mother of All Lies, has no box office information to report as it hasn't yet had its theatrical run. So for my box office fans, sorry I have no information to report today. Now, awards wise, it has been nominated for Best Documentary at the International Documentary Association Awards, the Critics' Choice, and the Independent Spirit Awards. It was also nominated for the IDA for its score. Also, yesterday, and eventually we're going to have to talk about these Oscar shortlists, this film, Going to Mars, is one of the 15 finalists on the short list for Best Documentary at the Academy Awards. And as I referenced earlier this week, many, if not all, of the Oscar nominees were also nominees for Best Documentary at the IDA. So we shall see. In fact, 15 of the films on the short list, four of them, this one, Apollonia, which will be reviewed tomorrow, Bobby Wine, The People's President, which was reviewed earlier this week, and In the Rear View, which is not in the plan for this week, but I'm sure will come up sometime this season, were all Best Documentary nominees, or like Bobby Wine, the winner of the IDAs. So that does give a good, clear path. We will see. But I digress. So, Going to Mars, the Nikki Giovanni Project. This documentary attempts to glimpse into the woman that is Nikki Giovanni. Now, this is done with talking head clips, archival clips of Nikki when she was younger being interviewed on some different television programs, and also clips from the many festivals or events that she was and still is speaking at. Now, the title, the Nikki Giovanni Project, or its subtitle, is a very fitting because it is just that, a project. The filmmaker set out to present the career of this extraordinary woman who is known for being unapologetic in speech and strength and her identity. And if she doesn't want to answer a question or speak about a topic, she will flat out say, I'm not discussing that. I don't want to speak about that. Or I already spoke about that. Let's move on. A piece of evidence that is witnessed a few times during the montage of clips and interviews, this is a recurring trend. Now, the documentary bounces back and forth in time to give us this idea or glimpse of who Nikki is. In addition to that, the filmmakers show the impact she had on others by including clips of the people she inspired, hearing sound bites of people that are at meet and greets. We see press clippings with pieces of information highlighted during both the highs and the lows, of which there, are many on both sides. And another interesting piece that these filmmakers included is where we have different parts or whole pieces of her poetry read in voiceover by Taraji P. Henson. Now, this is an interesting choice to have Taraji P. Henson, read these poems that underscore moments of the film, because Henson, like Giovanni, is also a very strong woman who will speak out for the things that she believes in an unapologetic manner. The women have those parallels, and in this way, it's a nice way to bring the two together. So I don't want to say any more than that because, again, spoiler free, we move it. One other good facet of the film is how the filmmaker showed Giovanni as a person who cannot be pigeonholed as one archetype or another. In many ways, she is an enigma wrapped in a puzzle, which these filmmakers are trying to solve. Now, unfortunately, while this is an interesting approach, that is where the documentary doesn't fully work. I mean, it almost feels like they're trying to do too much, and because Giovanni won't always share information, it's like we get a lot of these glimpses, without a through line. We hear a piece about, the unfortunate domestic abuse she suffered. We hear a pocket of what happened, with the estrangement from her son, pieces of her relationship with her partner, Ginny, some of the impact, how, social events, and in historical events impacted her writing. And because we have all these things coming and going, we don't have a through line. We don't have that focus. And unfortunately, that's where the film kind of falls apart, unfortunately. It's clear that the filmmakers are huge fans and love the poet, Nikki Giovanni. But I I feel Giovanni, given her scope of work and her career, deserved something more. So for me, Going to Mars, the Nikki Giovanni Project gets 3 out of 5 stars. Again, more so about the film structure, not the subject. The subject is a fascinating 5 of 5. The film is a 3. Personal note, as a young teacher many years ago, when I was teaching English in middle school, I do remember using many of Nikki Giovanni's poems in my class and seeing how much my students responded to them. Now, if you would like to see Going to Mars, the Nikki Giovanni Project, again, no theatrical run yet, could be coming depending on how the awards season moves. But as I spoke about earlier, it is streaming on the IDA website. I believe you just have to have a membership and you will be able to access it through the end of the 2023 calendar year. Should more information come, I will obviously share that through different various forms of social media to let people know. All right. That's where I will leave you for today. As always, if you like what you heard here, please click and subscribe to my channel and help me spread the word. Let's get more subscribers over here to talk award season goodness. There's still another 79 reviews coming this season. Also, you can follow me on all social media for the film goodness, including the rest. There's a few more of the 12 Days of Christmas Movie Reviews in 25 Words 2023 edition. Also, make sure you keep checking the Where Can I Watch This spreadsheet on Facebook so you can find out how to watch all of the films nominated for all the different awards this season. See everybody tomorrow as we continue to wrap up documentary week. But until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break and watch something new.